flow. I go with the flow. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. I'm out of love, but I guess I deserved it. Trying to hide, to pass you by. I'm getting down, feeling fine. I'm light as air, no one can reach me. Lost in a dream, lost in between. Let's keep on flying, let's keep on breathing. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo.
Good morning. Yeah, let's see. Carrots. Let's see if we could lift them up maybe. Also I took this, I'm gonna take like some lettuce and stuff in this. But yeah, first priority would be to see what the carrots are looking like. Don't know if it's gonna be easier to cut the thing off and then lift them up, or first lift them up and then cut the green stuff off. Probably start here somewhere. Like sometimes you can lift them up like this, just pulling. Like this one came whole, but yeah, here you can see when the soil is kind of hard and the carrot ends up being kind of funny looking. We can still harvest them like this, but some look kind of I guess these are interesting. We can see if we can, sometimes we can find like really funny looking carrots, sometimes with 3 legs. Soil looks dry, which is good, then we can harvest them clean. Then we'll just put them, I guess we can take these first. Put them in a basket. But yeah, most of them we can probably not pull up like that. Need to, yeah, it's easiest to cut them like that and then use our pitchfork. Or maybe cut them with this, use pitchfork to lift up. This one is looking more normal. I tried to make the soil like soft as possible so they would look more like this and less like this, but these are looking pretty good. If most of them are like this, and it's fine. That's the one that has a little bit. Sometimes they can be like, there's like some, they can be like rotten, and there can be some like thing that has eaten on these, but still looks fine. If it's like a bad part, then we can cut it off. This one should be fine. Maybe we can cut it off. Cut the bad part off. Then you can still fine. If it's completely like rotten, then we can just throw the whole carrot to the side. But yeah, I would say these for the most part look pretty good. Here's one that's kind of cracked. Maybe I punch this with the pitchfork there. But yeah, like this, I'm probably just gonna throw this to the side. You could, like, if you clean this, you could eat it, but just toss that one. A little cracked, but that's fine. Most of the dirt off, and then I'll let them dry like this for a little bit, and then we'll put them in the same place where you put the potatoes and stuff. And it's probably easiest just break it off. You don't even need scissors. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of carrots. They're bigger down there, I think, and I have 6 rows. That's like half a meter. It's gonna fill all these, I think, with like probably 10 kilos of carrots. These really tiny ones we can just leave. There's gonna be some big ones, I think. But yeah, can we maybe get them? Best is if you can get them like this, then you don't. With the pitchfork, there's always a little chance that you will end up going in the carrot and kind of breaking it up. I guess this can happen too. I mean, this one wasn't that long. Short carrot. Here's the first three-legged friend. It's still fine to eat, but three-legged carrot. Looks almost like a dude. You probably, at least according to the EU rules, you couldn't sell this because it's not the right shape. But if we make like carrot, like, you know, if you cut it up into small pieces and use it in a salad or something, it doesn't really matter if it's this shape or this shape. Everything is kind of fine. Another one, can break off these small ones. Another two-legged friend. This one kind of small. If there's any smaller than this, then we can just leave them. Mini carrot. Could just take 2 rows, even 3 rows at the same time here, I guess. 1 row at a time, then I would know how much we get. But I mean, if we take 1/3 here, everything, it's gonna be bigger down there. I guess it doesn't really matter in which order we take it. Probably gonna harvest all the carrots today because it seems like, yeah, the dirt is dry, so it's they're very clean when you pull them out. Here's again a little bit suspicious looking carrot, but a lot of these two-legged friends here, I think. You can put the two-legged ones there. At least 3 with 2 legs now. But yeah, the easiest is if the soil is like soft enough so you can just pull them up like this, and then they're pretty damn clean when I pull them up. It might rain a little bit the next few days, so today is kind of a good day to do this because they're very clean now. You don't get muddy gloves. If you do this after like a rain, then you might get everything muddy and much harder to get them clean. Should work pretty well now. And technically you could let the carrots grow even more, but I think they're pretty good size now, and if they get really big, then the taste might be a little bit worse. So we're gonna harvest them today. It's definitely a little bit earlier than last year, I think. But yeah, when we can't harvest on the big fields now, it's might as well do this. Yeah, some of these are pretty short. This one didn't break off, it's just the soil is a little bit clay heavy again, so the carrots, like, it's not the best soil for them, but most of them are still pretty good, I would say. I did do the extra softening of the dirt here before I put this in the ground. Like, with this guy, I went through the soil in the spring like this and lifted it up so it was super loose when I put the seed in, so it seems like that has helped the carrots for the most part be also good shape. Yeah, some if they break off like this, then we can use this guy to lift the soil up a little bit, make it loose. That's pretty. This would qualify as a sellable carrot. But yeah, carrots are pretty good. Very easy to grow. And I mean, you get a lot of stuff. Like, I put 2 bags of carrot seeds here, and we're probably gonna get, we already have maybe 5 kilos. We're gonna get like 30-40 kilos of carrots. Like, that's gonna be enough for many people for a long time. And I guess one thing with the carrots and potatoes, especially, is like they're pretty heavy. So I mean, I don't need to carry them from a store now. We can just get them from here, and then instead buy like lighter stuff, like something else. And there's a little damage, but I think that's still fine. We haven't found, like, sometimes there's usually a few that are like rotten. They get some sort of like disease or something, but so far not a single one has had like any disease, and not many that have split. I think the splitting might happen when the carrot gets a little older. So I think it's good to harvest them. Pretty good to harvest them now, I guess a little bit earlier than last year. Yeah, that's some nice carrots. Here it's like the soil is also in the garden. It's this side has poorer soil than down there is better soil. That's a nice carrot from up here. Nothing to complain there. But yeah, man, there's gonna be a lot. We have done 1/2 meter on like 3 rows. There's 3 more rows there. And it's probably like 3 meters this way. A little bit more, and then one is kinda full. I might have to figure out more baskets or fill them quite full. Then they might break again, because these, like, they're plastic, so if I load like 30 kilos in one, it's gonna break when you lift. But yeah, we can put more than that, I think. More than that into one. Also, I did thin them out this year. Like, when you put the seeds, it's always too many. I tried to make them like there, so like this, that there is like at least like a few centimeters between plant, but yeah, in some places it was still like too dense, so I guess the carrots could have been bigger if I would have thinned it out even more, but I guess it's fine. If they're like too many too close, then they can't really grow big, because there's literally no room. But yeah, this is still fine size. More, I put all the 2-legged ones here. We have plenty of these 2-legged ones here. This is too small. I guess we can take this, but the really small ones you can just, I guess we can just eat this directly. It's so clean, you don't even need to wash this. Like, I can actually just eat this. Not too much soil on there. Pretty sweet taste still. I guess if I wait a long time with the carrots, also the taste might be like less sweet. Or this is pretty good. Taste is pretty good. Not any like not sour at the end. More like sweet at the end. Which might be like when I buy the store carrots. They might be bigger, but the taste is more like sour or whatever you call it in English. I prefer the good taste than maybe then slightly smaller size. But I mean, for the most part down there, I think they're gonna be quite sizable even. There's one we can dig up. There's some like snails on them. Sometimes they might eat a little bit, but this one still looks fine. And let's see, they were close there, but no. I don't see any eating damage. There's one here. This one really doesn't want to budge here. It's probably a really long one. Yeah, it was so long in the ground there. Didn't want to come out. How much weight do we have? And we can put more than that. The box is still keeping it together, but there's already like at least 5 kilos there now, I think. Maybe if we get like this much in one, then we have like 4 more boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, should almost fit everything. These seem to get bigger here because I can't pull them up anymore. They're staying in the ground. They're a little bit longer here. I get here with the 2-legged friend again. Good morning there, Irene. Two-legged carrot. We've had probably already almost 10 with 2 legs. That one broke off when I used a pitchfork, I think, but that's fine. Kind of two-legged. It's a nice one. Another two-legged one, which is fine. Big dude with 2 legs. Dude with 3 legs. Almost alien carrot. Can you sell the multi-legged ones? I'm not gonna sell anything from this. This will be all for personal use. Because yeah, I said earlier, in the EU rules, you probably can't sell this. There's like for the banana, it has to be a certain shape. So the carrots also have to be probably a certain shape if you want to sell them, which is more than ridiculous, I think. Because for personal use, it does not. the shape of the carrot has no meaning. This carrot tastes the same as this carrot. There's no difference in tastes. But yeah, I think that's one of the definitely completely retarded rules that there is in EU. Maybe in other places too. Like the fruits have to be like a certain shape, otherwise you can't sell them. That's completely ridiculous. That's a fat boy. Fattest one so far. Real fat guy. If you ask somebody, like you would think in some places there's somebody who is like almost like starving or something, like actually don't have enough food. If you ask them, then they would for sure not throw away a carrot only because it's the wrong shape. Like that's really dumb, I think. Just throw away a perfectly fine carrot because it's not the right shape. That's pretty dumb in at least my opinion is that's pretty dumb. But yeah, if we go through the EU rules, some are somewhat reasonable, but that's one that's completely ridiculous. That carrots and probably other types of fruit, they have to be like a certain shape, otherwise you can't sell them. That's, in my opinion at least, very, very dumb. And it's one of those yeah, you can do it, but it's the only thing it does is extra paperwork and like loss of completely fine food. So pretty, overall I think, very dumb. family to support. Well, like I'm not gonna eat all these carrots myself, that's for sure. If just I would eat the carrots, this would be like more than a year. Like I'm definitely gonna give some to like my brother and mom and dad, and yeah. Otherwise, this would be way too much. Like there's gonna be probably, we could wait, but I'm thinking there's gonna be probably like 30 kilos of carrots here. So I think I'm not gonna eat that much in 1 year even, so I'll definitely have to give some of this to somebody else too. Same with the potatoes. Like there was way too much potato for one person there. This is a EU rules filling carrot right here. But yeah, it seems like the carrots are pretty healthy this year. Like last year I had some that had some like, the carrot was getting like rotten, so I had to throw some away. This year so far we haven't found a single one with, like a single one. Like maybe I discarded like one. It was like cracked open a little bit. I hit it with the pitchfork, I think. But all the other ones have been like healthy. Now that's pretty good. You can kind of see from this part, like it looks pretty healthy here. And it's not yellow or anything, so. Seems like it was a good year for the carrots. Weather-wise. I mean, last year was pretty good also for carrots. But this year it was cooler temps, which I think actually is better for the carrots also. Not a carrot growing expert, but look pretty good for the most part. Another big two-legged one. 2 big legs on this one. Don't you keep the greens for the bunnies? The greens will be left here. Then they will rot down, provide some nutrients for the soil. Then of course, I mean, if there is a rabbit, hare, something that comes here now, it can eat this if it wants to. I mean, I'm not gonna eat this, so it's free for the wildlife to eat these. Now when I've harvested the carrots, then it's fine. My grandpa grows onions between the carrots to prevent bugs eating. Yeah, I had my onions over there, but we already harvested the onions. They were pretty big also. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be too many bugs on the carrots now. They look pretty clean. I haven't seen like a single one so far that has had anything like eating on it. Yeah, the carrots looked good last year, but they look even better this year. I think I took a few here that there was one that was like rotten, but yeah, it's for the most part it's even better than last year. And I also have like 6 rows, like 2 bags of seed. Last year I had like 1 bag. So we have like, it's double the amount. And I definitely don't need, next year we'll see how much we get, but I think 1 bag might be enough. We might get like almost too much carrots. But they stay good for a long time in the root cellar, so it's like fine. Should be able to like eat all these. This is probably the biggest one so far. At least very long. Do we have... Yeah, that's probably... We're probably maxing out on the weight there. Might need to take a new box, but we have 4 more boxes. Have we harvested 1/5? Maybe. Maybe we'll take a new box and then... Yeah, we'll have to put more if it doesn't fit. Because there's like I'm thinking the carrots get bigger down here even. So we might have... I don't really think I have. I guess I could take one of the potato boxes to put more if it doesn't fit in these. Because there's gonna be a lot. Good morning there, Andrew. Yeah, let's take a new box. New box before we continue down. Do you pickle any of our vegetables? Not really. Like you could for sure. These I can just let them dry a little bit like this, then I'll put them in the root cellar. And then you can take them from there a little bit and then wash them and make whatever you want to make out of the carrots. It's the easiest way to store them. I mean, you could pickle, but then I would need to cut them into pieces and put them into jars. And yeah, I don't even have that many jars, I think. You're gonna harvest everything. Yeah, I think we're gonna harvest all the carrots today. It seems like they're pretty adult in shape, like full-sized. You could let them grow more. I mean, they would probably grow more, but I think the taste is better if I harvest them right now. It's a little bit earlier than when I harvested them last year. So I think the taste might be better. It's always, every year is a little bit trying some new things and seeing what would be best. Oh yeah, the carrots are just getting bigger here. I can't pull them out anymore by hand. Probably means that the carrot is deeper in the ground or bigger. But yeah, with the pitchfork we should be able to lift them out. Just soften up the dirt a little bit so we can get the carrots out without any damage. That's a big one. Big one with many legs. You can see from this when they form these like many legs like this, it's usually because the soil is kinda, I guess, too hard for them to go down, so then they try to go like down in many places. Again, this soil here in the garden, it's like, it could be for carrots and potatoes, I think a little bit more like a soil with more sand and like a little bit more loose soil would probably benefit. What? Yep. Camera is on the head. Look at this guy. We got the many-legged friends. But there's already one basket. They look pretty good. They look good other than some having like many legs. Yeah, eat it. I ate a small one that didn't have any dirt on it. But there's a lot. I mean, I've harvested only a little bit. It's gonna fill all the boxes. But dirt is dry, so it's easy to get them relatively clean out. So I think I'm gonna just harvest them all now. Oh, there was one hidden even. Hidden carrot. Oh, I probably hit that with the... Can break that off. Hit that with the pitchfork maybe. Yeah, they're getting bigger this way. Pretty big ones up there, but it's like almost bigger here. They might be too close to each other here. I thinned it out, but in some places they might be still like too close to each other. Then there's maybe these tiny ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, most this is like EU qualified carrot. Those would not qualify for the EU thing.
Nej, så det stör mot mig alls.
No, it tastes the same. Weird. Hello there, Rice.
Yeah, for an animal.
Looking for a mod. I usually have like when I have somebody that's quite often in chat, like many days in a row, then maybe those guys get the mod rights. I usually don't give mods out right away. But if
maybe someone who has followed for like a couple of years.
Yeah, not years, but if you're here like in every stream almost, then chances of getting mod rights goes up.
Or some relative or like that you know.
Someone that I know, yeah, in real life or something. Chances go up. Yeah. But yeah, very easy to crack off this, and it's before, if it rains, it's easy to harvest them now when it's dry, relatively dry here. Maybe if I can get three, there's like 5 boxes, so almost 3 boxes would be half, and then yeah, there's the equal amount there. Tomatoes are getting not red yet, but there's a lot of green ones. No, I had onions there. You can walk there. There's nothing now. And then corn, I don't think corn has enough time. Maybe to produce anything. But the gherkins they're growing like crazy. It's always this time of the year. They like grow like crazy as long as they have water. That's good. Ladybugs, that's a good creature to have in your crops. Eats up the bad guys. Yeah. Here's the first one that's a little bit cracked up too much. Like this one I'm gonna discard. That's literally the first carrot so far. Not many that I have to discard. This is like the first one. They're pretty healthy for the most part.
Yeah, the bottom inside.
Yeah. There's a big here. Up there I could pull them out by hand. Here it's like have to break it off and then use the pitchfork guy to get the carrots up. Where are you located? Southern Finland.
Did you have the RTIRL on?
No, not now. We don't need it now. I'm gonna travel like within 10 meters maybe.
Yeah, but you can probably see from the skyline where we are. If you're a real geodetective. Geo-wizard.
Yeah, that's some nice carrots, pretty big ones. Soil is maybe a little bit wet here, but big guys. For the most part, good shape also. Some have a few legs, but that's fine. This is a long one. Like I think make the dirt soft in the spring, it definitely makes. Otherwise, I would have even more like these guys. That's a good trick with like heavy soil. Make the dirt like super fluffy in the spring when you put the seeds in. Then I have less carrots that are kind of oddly shaped, but it's kind of fun to pick up these when you get these This kind of looks funny, I think. So not every carrot looks the same. And the shape, as I said, the shape doesn't it doesn't change the taste. I can break that off. That one cracked. Maybe the pitchfork hit it. But yeah, it might be a good day to harvest these today because yeah, the big fields we started a couple of days ago, but we're waiting. It was not really ready to go yet.
Too many like green.
Too much green stuff in.
Grains.
But these carrots are definitely ready to go now. Can do this. Do this now.
Isn't there like the AI mod nowadays too?
You can put, but I don't know how good. I don't know how good it is. You would think soon with all the AI things there would be a good AI bot.
Put in like a behavior model, like filter out
all this and leave this.
Excessively like aggressive behavior.
Probably soon.
And filter out all suspicious phishing attempts. Or buy cheap viewers at the
Oh boy. Why is this so much behind?
Nice weather today.
Yeah, it's very good for this. I almost can go down to t-shirt. It's almost too hot with the long sleeve shirt.
It's like sweater.
It is. This would not be nice if it's 30 degrees or 40 degrees in the sun. Then this would not be nice. Now it's slightly cooler, which is good. In the sun, it's still probably 20 degrees, so it's nice. Nice weather. Oh, that one cracked. Like this is why probably better to pull them gently, and then this one cracked off here. It should be fine. Maybe you want to eat that.
More again like the weather that we're used to from our like childhood. It was always like 20 to...
Yeah, a lot more 20 degrees. A lot more 20 degrees and not so much 30 degrees.
Yeah, nowadays
40
like
degrees.
Like June, July, it's like there's a long period of 30 degrees. I think my handle is still chilling in water. But
Chilling in water.
yesterday when I was all,
Look at this guy. Side.
I was almost like freezing in water.
Freezing in water.
I changed my nick back to Johnny MC.
Change it to freezing in water.
Yeah. I think I'll take back the but it could be taken, but maybe Johnny MC or something. Take it.
Oh jeez. OG man. That's a thin and long one right there. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. That one that's broke off. I can throw that to the side. Yep. It's gonna take a little bit, but I don't have anything better to do in the morning now, so it's gonna take probably the whole morning, but then it's done. Take a break in between. chilling on the rock. See that we don't have the snake here. Haven't seen it in a bit now. And we should be able to sit here, chill a little bit. Yeah, we have probably done maybe 30% now. And it's almost getting to a point where I can lose like one shirt. Could go with just the t-shirt now, I think. Still, it may be just like a little over 10, but there's no wind and in the sun it's reasonably warm. Probably lose one shirt. Don't know what this is. This is a garden. Here you can see we got all kinds of stuff here. Currently harvesting carrots. I'm gonna put you guys down. I need to remove a shirt. It's too warm. Too warm. Oh yeah, I need to remove the chat file. Put the shirt somewhere. Maybe on the tree here. Maybe I'll remember where the shirt is if I leave it like that. Leave the shirt on a tree. Yeah, probably 1/3 harvested, about. Almost wiggle them out. Sometimes you can wiggle them out, sometimes you need a little helping hand to get them out. That's a massive one right here. This is only one carrot. That's a huge one. Huge one. Huge carrot. Like this guy right here. If that's only one carrot, which I think it is, should be quite massive. At least it had big leaves. And yeah, it's one that splits into many. This guy. Oh god, look at this, guys. Is this an alien? This looks like some sort of alien. Like it splits into 2, 4, it has like 5 legs, 6 legs. Look at this. Looks like a squid almost. But it's fine, we can use this, just wash it before we eat it. Should be good. That's the biggest like with many legs I've ever seen. Crazy one. Crazy carrot. I guess it had good energy, but then the soil was a little hard, so it had to do many legs. Many legs. There's a mini carrot. This one is kinda, anything smaller than this, probably not worth to harvest. We can almost like snack on these, I think. That's a... Is that a weed? What happened here? Mutant carrot. Look at this, how thick the... Like this plant looks like different. What the hell happened there? We have more mutant carrots here. Mutant carrots. Oh, now I know what this is. This is like, this is not a carrot. This is like, it's like a different, whatever this one is called. Or then it's like a mutant carrot. They might look like, with the seeds, they might have slipped in one of these. I think this might be like, let's crack it open, smell test. It smells like a carrot still. This might be like a different variety, like a white carrot, or then it had some mutant defection, like mutation, so it turned white. But I'm not gonna take this. I don't know. It smells like carrot. So it might be, there might be like white carrots, I don't know. For potatoes, you can have like white potatoes or black potatoes or whatever. Orange potatoes or crazy colors. So I don't really know. It grew like crazy though, so don't really know what happened here. Any carrot experts in chat? Some of these carrots are pretty deep in there. They'll lift up the whole soil so we can get. It's much easier to harvest. Oh, that was a short and thick one. Yeah, when it rained a lot, the dirt kind of turns to this like a little bit hard, especially for carrots. But I mean, for the most part, they look pretty good still. They have grown, like there's going to be a decent amount of them. So not the perfect conditions for carrots, but we get many kilos here. How much is 1 kilo there in Indonesia? $0.5. So we're not gonna sell these. These are all for like personal use or use by close relatives. So I'm not gonna sell these. So the price is basically what it costs for me to grow them here, which is not much. It's just a little work. The bags of seed, they cost like, what do they cost, like 20 cents per bag or something really small. But yeah, I don't know, when you buy carrots, what is it, €1 per kilo or something? I don't know, something like that, maybe 1 to 2 you could be less. No, this is the garden here. We had like some potatoes, carrots. This is all like for fun, you could say, in a way. But I mean, for sure, there's going to be a lot to eat. I mean, there's already a lot of carrots, but yeah, the bigger fields you can see out there, that's stuff that we will actually sell. But this is the small garden part of the farm. So this is mostly for fun. But yeah, they're not bad. Not bad at all, I would say. Pretty nice carrots. You put your camera on your head. Yeah, the camera on the head is like, what is it, Osmo Action 4. And then I have that hooked up to like a little mini, not backpack, but a mini thing that has some of the encoders and stuff. But yeah, the camera is on the head. When I do stuff like this, I could put the camera on the side somewhere, but I mean, when I have it on the head, it's very easy for me to show different things without actually moving the camera around. And for this work, I cannot do the selfie stick, hold camera in one hand, because I kind of do some stuff. I need both my hands for doing things. And then when I have the camera on the head, it's like the easiest place to have it. So I can still work normally, but still show you what I'm doing. Sometimes when we are in the tractor or something, then I can have the camera like somewhere else. That one kind of broke off. I guess we can just toss that one. Hello, pasta. Then we try to gently lift the ground a little bit. Then we might be able to get the carrots out easier. Yeah, pretty big ones here. If you were in the same country, I would help you and be your cameraman. Yeah, so when I do here, I'm doing the work, but I'm also cameraman, sound man, director, editor, everything. Now I should probably take a little bit from here, then I can take another box again. We're gonna be feeling all those, definitely. We'll see if we can even feed it. If we can even fit the carrots in there. Yeah, these were all nice. Nicely shaped and came out of the ground pretty easy. Do we dare put more, or is the tray gonna break? I guess we can put a little bit more. A little bit more until it breaks. What's the temperature over there? Bottom right corner of the stream. There should be a HUD that says, but I'm thinking in the sun here it's probably 20 degrees. What application to use for live streaming? So from the camera here on my head, the stream goes to a computer, and the computer has OBS. So OBS is and then from there it goes to Twitch and Kick and YouTube. Oh yeah, these are all big. Need some help to get them. That one came out of the ground. Video quality is too low to read the bottom. Yeah, if you're on a cell phone, it might be not big enough. But if you're on a computer, then you can see it. But yeah, on a cell phone, it might be like too small, I think. But yeah, I would say it's about 20 degrees Celsius here. It's nice and sunny, so pretty warm. But not 30 degrees, which is nice. It was a couple of weeks ago, it was way hotter. Now it's pretty nice, I would say. Oh yeah, here's a lot of nice carrots. They grew pretty close to each other, but seems like it was not too close. Oh, there's a lot here. There's a lot of carrots. You don't need to take very many from one row here to get like 1 kilo. It's a lot of carrots. $20 is pretty nice. Yeah, if you would ask me what's the perfect temperature in summer, like 18 to 20 Celsius is, for me, that's perfect. 18 to 20 degrees, that's the perfect temperature for me. It's still warm, but then you can still do things. When it gets warmer than that, then it's like, yeah, it's nice, but I can't really do anything. Then you just have to sit still and not do anything. This one is stubborn. Stubborn carrot we might need to use a little help for that one. Oh, this one broke off. Carrots are maybe your top 5 favorite vegetable. I think carrots are pretty good. They're easy to grow, and yeah, you can make a lot of stuff from carrots too. And even like when they're like these they taste like almost sweet when you grow them in the own garden. I haven't put much fertilizer on it, so they taste pretty good. If you put a lot of fertilizer, then they might get bigger, but I think the taste is gonna get worse. So yeah, pretty good. Carrots are pretty good stuff. You get a lot from a small area. It's like similar to potatoes. Easy to grow and you get like a lot of volume. Probably one of the things I have almost every year, like a little bit of carrots. Then some of the other stuff I like to like mix it up, like maybe try something new every year. And yeah, but carrots and I guess carrots and strawberries we have like every year. Those are really good. Good stuff. Oh, here's some big ones. They won't move like that, we need. Oh, this one came out. Oh, we got an alien carrot here. Another alien one. Look at these guys. It's similar to the other one. This one has like 1, 2, 3, 4, probably like 5, 6 legs. Crazy carrot. I mean, it's gonna taste the same, so I'm gonna just gotta clean it well and get the dirt out. Then this is fine. Just very, looks like an octopus. Similar to the one before. Here was the one really big one. Look at this, guys. Octopus. Squid carrot. Yeah, looks like a squid, or yeah, from a lot of games, like when there's like squid-like creatures in games. It kind of looks like that, or that carrot looked like it. This one is more normal shaped. This one was kind of short, thick but short. And this one also pretty big guy. Pretty thick. But yeah, now I think this second box is full. We can put a little bit more in the first one, I guess, later. We need a new box. Or new tray. But we have filled 2 now. Well, I guess we're pretty close to halfway, so we should fit a little bit here and then it should fit in the 5. In Finland, do you eat squids? I guess you can eat. I mean, I don't think... Have I eaten squid ever? I think I've like eaten once or twice. But it's not like... It's not the most common food in Finland. But you can for sure in some restaurants you can get it. Some sort of sea creatures. But yeah, not the most common stuff. I think I had like, I don't know if it was squid, it was maybe, I don't know what it was. Was it octopus or squid or something? It didn't taste like much. I think I had, it was when I was on the, like there's the boat or like ferry that goes from like Finland to Sweden. I think over there, when you go there, they usually have like some sort of squids or something. But yeah, it didn't have like a super strong taste. These grew kind of close to each other. There's some that are pretty small. Oh yeah, some good ones. Not too many alien carrots, some normal carrots in between. A lot of carrots in soup. Yeah, so we probably use these carrots a little bit in soup, like when you make later when the hunters hunt some moose here, then you get some moose meat, potatoes and carrots, and then you make a soup out of that. That's really good. Pretty simple, but it's really good. So that's probably where we use some of the carrots. Then I also like to just wash them, and like if you chop it up, then you can put it in like some sort of salad. That's pretty good. Yeah, there's many ways you can use the carrots. It's almost like potatoes. You can make a lot of stuff out of it. Went to Finland in May. Yeah, I think moose soup, I guess you can get it anytime, but over here, like the hunting season for moose is always in the fall, so that's usually when we get our meat. We have like some forest on the farm, and then the hunters can go in there, hunt moose, and then we get like a little bit of the meat when and if they get the moose. They usually get, I think they have like permission to shoot usually maybe it's like 2 or 3 moose per year. So it's like a pretty small area that they hunt here in, but yeah, pretty much every year we get like a few kilos of moose meat. And that is good meat. Produced pretty close by. I mean, the moose, they probably within a radius of a few kilometers from here. That's probably where the moose usually are. So it's, even if it's a wild animal, it's like they couldn't live like much closer. It's almost like domesticated animals, even if it's a wild animal. And now they broke loose. That's this is so small that these are kind of borderline, these small ones. You'd almost toss that to the side. This one, so sometimes they get this, like they crack open like this. I don't know if this is like a disease or what makes them do this. But we have so few this year that I can just maybe discard these. This is like the second one I found this year. Like you could, for sure you could eat still this. Just wash it and then you could eat it, but I'm just gonna throw it to the side now when it's got some damage. Because they seem to be really good quality this year. Very little damage on the carrots. I've only found like a couple with some sort of damage or disease or whatever. Got some flounder for dinner. That's pretty good. That's some sort of fish, I think. I think we have that fish here in Finland also. I think. Not a master fisherman, but yeah, now we just have a little bit left here, then we're halfway. Then we have 3 more rows to go back here. So it's gonna be pretty big yield of carrots. Let's try to lift these guys. Need a little dirt softening before we can lift them up. Now it should work better. Easier. Oh yeah, that one I got. This one was damaged from the pitchfork there. I guess I could just snap it off. This one is still fine. Trying to be careful with the pitchfork, but sometimes you get a little damage on the carrots. But yeah, when you lift them up like this, crack off the leaves, like the upper part, it smells like carrots. So it smells actually pretty good here right now. Fresh carrot smell. And there's a little bit of a two-legged friend. What's that bird? Wink, 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 wink. Any bird experts? Now these ones broke off, I think, so we'll leave them. Couple of those, then we have one row completely finished. This one has cracked on its own, but yeah, this one I think I can take it still. It's like cracked open, but it's like, I think it's still like fine. One row completely finished and 2 almost done. Then we have 3 more left. So pretty much, I think these might be 2 different varieties of carrots, but pretty much have half left still. Maybe these are slightly smaller here. The dirt is nice and dry. Makes it a lot lot more easy to harvest. Might rain tomorrow or Saturday, so that's why it might be a good day to harvest these now when the dirt is still dry. If it rains like 10 millimeters or more, then it's gonna get all muddy, and then you get muddy gloves and muddy carrots and muddy everything. Okay, that's another row. Then we just have a little bit of that one. Then we have half done and almost three of those filled. I guess we're gonna have to put in the first one, we can put a little bit more, and then maybe the metal cage one we can put a little bit more in, because we gotta try to fit all this somehow, somewhere. And that's a huge one. And no alien formations on that one. A little bit lifting help is needed here. There's still one. Now I thought I was gonna put a little bit in the third one here. It's pretty much filled. Maybe there is a little bit less in that row or rows. Otherwise we'll be pretty stuffed here. Guess we'll try from down here and go up. Take another empty one. And then yeah, put more in the ones we have. Where does it start? Somewhere here. It's like a different variety. So the carrots might. That's so small. Carrots might look a little different here. We'll see. Just two different bags of seed. There's a one that kind of cracked open, but I mean, I don't know. It looks fine. Guess we can throw it to the side. We can choose a little bit this year. There, most of them are really good, so we can throw any carrot that has any sort of like bigger defect. We can just throw it away. Look pretty similar, pretty alien-like, some of these. Oh, that one has cracked completely. I don't know what does this. Is it like a disease or is it just something that happens sometimes? Completely cracked open. I guess you could eat it. Like it shouldn't be any bad in that way. I think that's some dude all the time when I see my shirt hanging on the tree there, dangling along. There seems to be more cracking like this on this variety. I'm just gonna toss all those now. Here's a big three-legged friend. Harvest all 3 rows at the same time, I think. Little crack, I guess that's fine. There seem to be, this variety seem to have more of that, like where it's cracked open. Different variety. Yeah, here's a couple that cracked open. Don't know if it's a disease or what it is that does that. But we'll definitely not take carrots like this when they're cracked open. I think they should still be fine to eat, but we have to choose from this here so we can just toss the bad ones. Here's a family of 3 carrots. Seems like this variety has more. It looked maybe a little bit more yellow than the other one. This looks to be more problems with this variety. But yes, we already have 3 full, and we're gonna get definitely enough, whatever that is, but a big amount of carrots for sure. Yeah, they seem to break off pretty easy, these ones. Maybe if I check the bags, I should have the bags left somewhere. Could try to buy that variety next year. That seemed to be doing really well here. What does this look like? Looks almost suspicious. That's the first really nice looking one on this variety. There was a lot of like many-legged friends here. Some cracking and stuff. I guess maybe it gets better up there. Yeah, we'll chew through this. Might take, we'll see, what time is it now? 11:30. Maybe I'll take a break in between and then we'll finish it. There's still quite a bit. It takes longer than I thought. There's like a lot of carrots here. I could take a wheelbarrow and take those full ones and take them to, like, put them in the shade somewhere. And then we'll continue like after lunch or something. Nice garden. Well, nice little hobby garden. I mean, overall in the garden this year seems to be a okay year. The sweet corn I don't think has time to produce anything this year because it's just starting to tassel there. So I think we're probably not gonna get anything from that, but otherwise it's producing like pretty good. Good amount of carrots. Yeah, there's probably I should probably take the wheelbarrow now. Then I can roughly weigh it when I lift it. Like it's gonna be very approximate. But if we put these here, we should be able to. It's like three. Pretty much 3 trays that are pretty much full. Can't really put any more in these. Then we have this one plus the metal one for hopefully the rest will fit there. But yeah, let's go grab the wheelbarrow and then we'll take these ones. Like I want to leave them outside to dry for a few hours and then I'll put them in the kind of basement or root cellar, I think it's called in English. And they should be good there. I mean, they're really dry when you take them out of the ground now, so it should be. They should keep pretty well. But yeah, berry season is pretty much over, or the berries are harvested. The most stuff from the garden is harvested now. So maybe, yeah, the gherkins will produce, the sweet corn maybe if it has time, and then I guess there's a little bit of like dill and parsley and stuff. But for the most part, the garden is harvested. We tried some land like this, a little garden. Yeah, you don't need much. I mean, even if you live in a city, if you have like a balcony, then you can grow a lot of stuff on a balcony even. Like you don't need like a lot of stuff. Or a lot of room, I meant. Just need a little bit. Strawberry season, yeah, that's done for a long time ago already. See if we can fit this somehow. This one of these probably weighs, I would say one of these weighs pretty close to 10 kilos, I think. So there's already like 30 kilos of carrots here. And we're gonna get at least like probably 20 more. And that's from probably maybe 6 square meters or something. So don't need a lot of land for carrots. Put them here in the shade. The shade for now. Maybe put them even on the ground. Because I kind of need the wheelbarrow back there when I harvest the rest. Maybe we can leave them like this for now. Then we'll grab the rest later. Should be nice, and air should flow nicely through that now. Again, I thought that was some dude there. Every time. But yeah, I think at the time it took a little bit longer than I thought. So I think I'm actually gonna take like a lunch break now. And then I'll be back in a bit, then we'll finish the carrots. There's almost like half left still. So yeah, I think I'll take lunch break and then be back in a bit. Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna leave or take that shirt away. It gonna looks like a person otherwise. But yeah, I can leave you guys here. Then you can guard the carrots. Leave you guys. Where should I put you? Somewhere where I can put the camera in a nice place. Let's see. Maybe this place is as nice as any. Maybe looking up in the sky too much. But yeah, I'll be back in a bit. Take the shirt so it doesn't look like there's another crazy person hanging in the tree. Mm-hmm.